Welcome back to Froggie Unfiltered, but welcome to if you're new here. Smash if you're new here, smash the subscribe button and roll something up and grab a drink because today we're going to tear straight into an absolute train wreck of an internet saga. Today we're going to be talking about Ashley or Ash Trevino. Now, if you spent any time scrolling through TikTok, Instagram, or even Snapchat, you've definitely heard of this woman explore on your feed. But for a long time, the internet treated her like some total meme. Just another chaotic, unhinged live streamer airing out her messy personal life just for some quick views. But the drama stopped being just internet drama and slammed straight into the real world. Hard hitting criminal consequences. Ash was picked up by the Northern Texas police and slapped with two major state law felony charges. The updates kept flying because she immediately landed herself right back behind bars for allegedly breaking her bond conditions. We're going to be flying through the entire timeline today, piece by piece, and we're going to break down who she actually is and how she blew up, her deep obsession with being the prison wife, and the massive public backlash over her domestic choices. Even the toxic rumor mill that she keeps fueling herself. Even the exact breakdown of her arrests and legal issues. Also, exactly where the public stands right now on like opinions at least. This is about to be a wild story about what happens about chasing clout, and it completely detaches you from reality. So before we ride into that, let's take a second to again roll something up if you can. Remember, disclaimer here: I am legally of age. I am in a safe environment and controlled environment. If you are going to join me, please make sure you are also of age and it is legal where you are and you are in a controlled and safe environment. It is legal where I am too, by the way. And now time to garden. Cheers, everyone. Apologies, I wasn't necessarily done gardening by the time you guys got back. But either way, now let's start with the basics. Who is Ash Trevino?
I was locked up, blah, blah, blah. No, you're not cool about that. Okay? Okay. We're on two different levels.
Now, legally, her name is Ashley Nicole Trevino, and she's a 36-year-old content creator based out in Texas with a massive digital footprint, clocking her well over 500,000 followers combined across Instagram and Snapchat alone. But of course, let's be real. She didn't get famous for doing lifestyle vlogs or makeup tutorials or even cute transitions. Her entire brand was built on being unfiltered, raw, and completely chaotic. Not unfiltered like how we do here, a different type of unfiltered. Ash is the type of creator who will jump on a live stream at 2 in the morning and scream at random viewers in the comments, even fighting her haters and streaming her raw relationship drama in real time. In the beginning, the train wreck energy was what drew people in originally. People loved watching the mess unfold because it felt quote unquote, by the way, authentic. But of course, Ash took it to whole new levels. It wasn't just a side hobby, it then became a full blown career. She got invited to massive platforms and she even did interviews with spaces like the Bop House. She even dropped a rap track called New alongside, and I'm gonna pronounce this name wrong, I apologize. Uh Camila Ardrio and Miss Gold. I apologize if I butchered that pronunciation. But when you blast every single detail of your private life to hundreds of thousands of people, those people start paying really close attention to you. And the niche subculture that she assigned herself with, the one that put her on the map, is exactly where the red flag started waving around. Now, if you know Ash Trevino, you know she's the poster child for what the internet calls prison TikTok, or the prison wife subculture. She was openly and proudly and has repeatedly documented her romantic relationships with men who have been actively locked up behind bars. Her daily content was literally just updates of depositing apologies cash into commissary and even taking phone calls from prison jail tablets and even counting down dates to release. Now, look, there's a massive community online for this, but when Ash went an extra step by explaining the exact psychology behind why she was so obsessed with it. In an old clip, she admitted that growing up, she used to visit her dad's best friend in prison. And she talked about watching a television show called Cops as a kid. And keep in mind, if you don't know Cops, you're probably too young to be here. Um, and she was totally fascinated by that world. Her words. She literally told her audience on mic that she liked bad boys and just had this thing about prisons that she couldn't fully explain. Commentators have analyzed this for years, and for some creators, dating an inmate offers a weird, toxic sense of security. You always know exactly where your partner is. They aren't at a club, they aren't ghosting your messages, they have a permanent state address. It only gives the person on the outside total control over the dynamic of the relationship. But by romanticizing this lifestyle is exactly why the public has started turning on her. Because Ash wasn't just a single woman making her own wild life choices, she was dragging this exact home environment to her young children. Now, this is where the story gets incredibly dark in a way, so I guess trigger warning. And this is why major commentary channels like Manny MUA and Laura Lee, even Stephanie So, or most people know her as Rotten Mango, have all done deep dives exposing her. The internet's fascinations flipped into pure outrage over her parenting. It's hit the actual documented facts that caused the internet to label her as one of the absolute worst mothers on the app. Now, first up, bringing felonies around her children. Critics heavily documented instances where she's brought up newly released felons directly into her house, around her young daughters, even encouraging her children to call rotating boyfriends dad or daddy or, something along those lines of like a fatherly figure. Then, of course, there was the living conditions. On her own streams, Ash flat out admits to her viewers that she hadn't bought any actual beds for her children. Next, of course, is the exploitation of medical crises. At one of her most hated moves, she went on live social media directly from a hospital room where her daughter was admitted. Viewers aggressively called her out for using her child's medical emergency to beg followers for gifts and cash donations. And of course, finally, was the safety violations. She had openly talked about driving under the influence while streaming live, and while triggering massive of reporting campaigns for her own audience, and even got her temporarily banned across multiple platforms. On top of all of that, she faced nonstop backlash for dating a 19-year-old TikTok creator while she was in her mid 30s. The entire dynamic on her audio feeds was loud, toxic, and stressful to listen to. It became completely clear to the internet that her platform wasn't just messy, it was actively harmful.
Oh, I was locked up, blah, blah, blah. There ain't nothing cool about that. Okay?
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
Now, when you broadcast your life like a public car crash, the internet rumor mill starts to spin completely out of control. If you search up her name right now, you'll find an endless black hole of Ash Trevino exposed audio clips and videos and things about her getting arrested. Honestly, recently, from what I've seen when I looked her up for the research for this, most of what I see now is just weight loss, like a weight loss journey. Apparently, she went on a really big weight loss journey. Congratulations to her, by the way, for that. But everything else still is here. So, still fuck you, kind of. There are constant rumors about, there's constant rumors about intense jealousy inside of her extended family. Even leaked audio clips and endless drama over cosmetic procedures. People on TikTok love to ruthlessly mock her lip fillers. Then, of course, you have the influencer drama all around. Right after dropping the track called Nunu, she had a massive toxic fallout with a collaborator, the Camila Ardrio chick girl person that was on the track with her. They went on a podcast and things absolutely exploded, and it turned into weeks of them aggressively, quote unquote, battling each other on live streams just to scream out personal grievances and even score points. This was a classic toxic digital loophole. The rumors drive her clout, the clout gives her views, and she reacts to the rumors live, which creates more content for commentary channels like mine to dissect. And for years, Ash just laughed it off. She called she called massive internet personalities irrelevant when they tried to hold her accountable. She thought she was completely untouchable. But while she could laugh off the internet haters, she couldn't laugh off the state of Texas.
In the criminal justice system, the people are represented by two separate yet equally important groups: the police who investigate crime and the district attorneys who prosecute.
I don't know why that one was so long. I apologize. This brings us to the ultimate breaking point, and on December 17th, the online drama officially breaks a matter of state criminal records. The police record reads like a sorry. The police record reads like a script from a really bad reality show. An officer from the Venus Police Department in North Texas was out responding to an unrelated call when he spotted a white BMW parked in front of the house with its lights on. The officer looked inside and instantly recognized Ash Trevino from prior law enforcement interactions. When the officer came back later to check on the house, Ash was standing right on the porch. She was placed in handcuffs and hauled off to Ellis County Jail. Now, once she was processed, authorities confirmed that she had two active major felony warrants out for her arrest. She was officially in. She was fin- She was officially indicated on two separate state jail felony financial fraud charges. I am so sorry, that was a tongue twister for me. Now let's break down these actual charges because they are actually incredibly serious. Now, one was a welfare fraud charge. The state of Texas, alleges, because we don't have confirmed fact right now, alleges that a continuing course of conduct lasting over 5 years, from May 1st of 2019 to July 1st of 2024. The indictment states that Ash used intentional deception to get past the Texas Health and Human Services Commission to approve her for SNAP benefits and even medical benefits. So food stamps and like medical insurance. The state values the alleged fraud anywhere between $2,500 and $30,000. Now, count two is a healthcare fraud. The state claims that she knowingly concealed and completely failed to disclose her actual influencer income, so she could pull government-funded medical benefits that she wasn't legally authorized to receive. Authorized. I don't know why I kept authorized to receive. There you go. Under Texas law, a state jail felony carries a mandatory sentence of 6 months to 2 years in state jail facility per count, by the way. Plus, it goes up to a $10,000 fine along on top of that. And in Texas, the state jail felony time is served day to day, meaning that there is no early release via parole. But honestly, if you check out her immediate reaction, the exact second that she posts her $15,000 bond and walked out of jail, she went straight on to Instagram Live. The media outlets like TMZ captured the audio where she was literally laughing and vowing to fight the state, even asking her driver if her bond conditions allow her to cross state lines to visit a casino. The story gets even crazier later on. Prosecutors didn't really play around with her behavior. She ended up getting hauled right back behind bars after social media found out that she was posts about drinking and buying alcohol, which completely violated her bond conditions, by the way. The judge threw her right back in jail and even slapped a brand new lockdown restriction on her. You really can't make this up, by the way. The absolute disconnect between facing state felony charges and laughing about casino trips and even violating the bond restrictions live on air perfectly explains why the public is completely done with her. The internet reaction to her arrest was completely overwhelming. For her longtime critics, this felt like an inevitable and well-deserved reality check. People instantly pointed out the massive irony of an influencer who constantly brags about her luxury cars, her lifestyle, and even her cash online, while allegedly defrauding public assistance systems, and even built for actual struggling families who can't afford to put food on the table. Before this arrest, her loyal fans could try to argue that she was just eccentric, raw creators living an unconventional life. But when the state steps in for a systematic fraud and child wellness issues, that defense completely shatters. Ash Trevino's story is the ultimate cautionary tale of a modern internet fame, and it shows exactly what happens when the desperate pursuit for clout completely blinds your morality, the law, and even the safety of your own family. She claims she's going to fight Texas and prove her innocence, but as far as the court and of public opinion's concerned, the verdict's already in. We're definitely going to keep a close eye on her updating court dates in Ellis Court and see how this plays out, and probably even update it if there is any other update that we're not expecting. But I will let you know if she does end up just getting locked up. I will not be doing an update because it's most of people just expect it at this point. But if you guys want to, but I do want to know what you guys think, and is this the absolute end of her social media career, or do you think that she's going to come back somehow? Drop your thoughts in the comments and even try to, you know, suggest some few topics if you want to hear something else. If you enjoyed this deep dive, give this video a thumbs up, of course, and don't forget to subscribe to Froggie Unfiltered. I will see you guys next week for the next rabbit hole. Stay safe, stay smart, and I will see you and bye.